Marge.
Harriet doesn't know.
And what a difference on a Salerno Golden Snack Cracker.
Harriet does know.
Happy holidays from Channel 12.
Oh.
Lucilla, I told you what to expect.
Yes, but I didn't believe you.
Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. That and this wallpaper will kill me.
Look, you're the best interior decorator in Monticello. If you can't help me, then nobody can.
Yes, well, even with me, it's going to take a miracle.
I know. Let's get to work. Let's keep it very simple this time, shall we? Whoop, excuse me. Be right with you. Hello? Oh, if it isn't Gail Clarkson. Oh, for heaven's sake, what a surprise. I haven't heard from you in months. Oh, yes, I know. You're so busy. Why, I see you in all the society pages, as usual. So, what do I owe the pleasure? Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you for your congratulations. Between the newspapers and the television, the whole town's been talking about us. Yeah. Oh, yes. It's just amazing how many social offers we've had in the past few days. Oh, the horse show on the 27th. Yes, well, Gail, we already have box seats. Uh-huh. Oh, sure. I'll see you there. Okay, bye-bye. So, what do you think?
You could burn it. Sow the ground with salt.
Constructive ideas, Lucilla. Constructive.
Here's all the furs from the pawn shop.
Okay, well, as soon as you get a chance, we're going to take them all out again and clean them and fumigate them.
Right. Hi, darling. How you doing? How are you? Good. Is that Lucilla? Mm-hmm. Hello, Lucilla. Lucilla.
I think she's still in the state of shock.
Yeah. Well, could be worse.
Look, Lucilla, why don't you go into the kitchen? Actually, it's not quite as bad there.
This ball here.
So, what have you been up to?
Well, I just spent 3 glorious hours with my broker, putting some money in tax-free municipal bonds and some other money in some other tax shelters.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Good news is we got our money back. The bad news is I got a letter of congratulations from the Internal Revenue Service. Oh, good. You're able to get the furs out of hock.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what do you want me to do with this box?
Right here.
Okay.
Ta-da.
More furs?
Well, these are new ones, you know, so I can keep warm while the old ones are being cleaned.
Oh. Your logic is impeccable.
Oh, darling, it's so much more fun being rich than it is being poor.
Yes.
Dr. Ferris says you've taken personal charge of this case.
That's right. Look at this. Miss Egan's EEG is showing more normal activity.
Oh, that's encouraging.
That's what we've been waiting for 2 weeks, the first sign of improvement.
But when will she regain consciousness?
That I don't know.
Ta-ta.
Would you stop showing off and come on over here and sit down? I want to talk.
Gail Clarkson called up and invited us to the horse show on the 27th.
Oh, yeah? Well, we sure are getting popular now that we've got our money back, huh?
I told her no.
Good. I stopped by Whitney Consultations after the broker.
How are things?
Well, there's plywood where the glass used to be in the door, and, The answering machine is full of messages, and we got a stack of mail about this high.
You suppose that's because we got our money back?
Mm-mm. No, I think it's because we caught Spencer so soon after we got Louis Van Dyne.
Well, it's nice somebody noticed.
Well, somebody noticed, right? We got quite a reputation at that.
I've always had a reputation in this town.
Well, this one you can write home about.
I am home.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good for beginners.
You know, Scholar Whitney, one thing that I've always loved about you.
Hmm.
Your humility.
None of the cases sounded very interesting, though.
Well, now that we have our money back, there's no point in continuing the detective agency, is there?
No, I guess not, no. No point at all.
All right, let's go over this again so we're clear about the Standing Elk case.
When do we file?
We should be ready by the end of next week.
Well, we're agreed. We're not going to ask damages from the original owners of the land where the people from your father's tribe lived.
Nor from the federal government.
Oh, okay, I'll bite. Why?
Because the original owners and the federal government, you know, there were people buried there when the Monticello exercised eminent domain.
Okay, so far.
But the city of Monticello knew in 1948 when the army base closed.
And the land was sold at public auction.
Well, and the developers who eventually built Hawthorne Hills Estates. I mean, they refused to listen, and they went right ahead with the subdivision.
Yes, but the developer's story was and is very good.
Why?
Because your grandfather, Standing Elk, did not tell the city of Monticello there were people buried there when they originally took the land.
That's the big question, Marty. Why didn't your grandfather say something to the city fathers? I mean, nobody could be expected to recognize those scattered piles of stones as cairns unless they'd been told.
I honestly don't know why he kept silent.
Did you ever ask him?
Well, sure.
And?
All I got was silence.
Great. That silence may undermine our case.
Yeah.
What do you have that now? About 100 cc's an hour? I increase that.
Miles,
Hello, Beth.
the duty nurse told me you were here. I guess you don't stray too far from Chris's room, do you?
Well, not if I can help it. No, are you here to see her or another one of your patients?
Well, a little of each, actually.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No, it's Zev, my engineer at Mine Talk.
What's the matter with him?
Well, he complained of stomach cramps during the day, and now I find out it's a hot appendix, and I just talked to Dr. Webb, and they're going to have to perform surgery in the morning, and...
Appendicitis, nothing to be alarmed about, though.
No, and I am grateful for that. It does, however, mean that I'm sort of left high and dry from my radio program tonight at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. No engineer, right? You can't find a substitute?
No, I can't. But unfortunately, I have a meeting with Geraldine Saxon this afternoon. Hopefully, she'll be able to find someone.
Now, wait a minute. Wait, what about that assistant of yours, Myrna Whitmore?
Oh, well, Myrna's about at the same level of expertise that I am, which means we're both capable of pushing buttons on the phone and pushing buttons on the
You
table.
can type a little
yes,
bit.
great. That's
Well,
about it.
Listen, if anybody can solve the problem, Geraldine can.
Well, I hope so. Because if she can't, we're going to have to cancel the show.
Harris, you can do for me, will you? Rearrange your schedule or something. I'm in desperate need. My dear boy, can you tell me why radio engineers are so scarce in this town? Yes, I know you have to be licensed by the FCC. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking of applying for a license myself just in case of another emergency. Well, thank you. I think I would too. Well, all right, we'll talk. Goodbye. Beth, dear, sit down.
Any luck?
Not much. I've made a dozen phone calls today trying to find a substitute engineer. The only thing I can come up with is someone who has agreed to fill in for only a couple of broadcasts.
Oh, dear, well, but that's only a temporary solution.
I know. How's Zeph?
Well, I think he's going to be fine, but unfortunately, he will be out of work for almost 3 weeks.
So far, I haven't found anybody who can fill in for that long.
Mrs. Saxon, what are we going to do?
Now, Beth, don't look so stricken. We'll find a way. It isn't the end of the world, you know.
No, but it may be the end of the program. It's only had 2 weeks on the air. It hasn't been long enough to build up a substantial audience.
That's true enough. And if it's off the air for 3 weeks...
Well, I do have a solution. I'm not sure it's one you will want to go along with.
Preacher?
Yes. I know he works at the Whitney Theater, and I know the job is full-time, but...
Beth, we've been through this before. The final curtain doesn't come down until 10:30 every night but Monday when the theater is dark.
And I suppose there is no way that he could do both jobs.
I'm afraid not. However, even if we have exhausted all the possibilities for radio engineers, there just may be a temporary theater manager lurking in the wings.
Do you think so?
It's worth a try.
Okay, so we have to find out why Standing Elk didn't tell the city that there was a burial ground on the land.
I think we should find that out as soon as possible.
So we'll have to ask him.
Well,
Why are you hesitating?
Well, I just think maybe if... Well, I mean... Okay, I'll arrange a meeting as soon as possible. Only the one thing is that I don't think this one will go as easy.
That first one was easy?
Greetings to one and all.
Calvin, how's it going, Calvin?
Hi, I came to rescue my bride-to-be. I'm taking her to dinner tonight.
Have you set a date yet? I got to arrange to get my suit out of the cleaner.
Oh, of course we have. Tell him, baby.
February 23rd.
Oh, I thought it was going to be in January.
Too much to do. First of all, everything has to be planned just right for this wedding. And secondly, it coincides with the lady's birthday.
Hey, that's great.
Well, you've had her long enough. I'm going to take her away now.
Wait a minute, Dee, we got a lot of work to do.
Oh, well, all work and no play makes Jill a dull girl. Besides, I'm sure you fellas can handle it.
Bye. I think that's very romantic. And practical. With the anniversary falling on Dee Dee's birthday, it'll be easier for Calvin to remember.
Yeah, but I don't think Dee Dee gets a very good deal out of it. Now she can only hit Calvin for one gift.
You just made a joke.
I did?
I think. Hey.
Preacher.
Saxon, how you doing? Beth, how you doing? Glad to see both of you.
What's the matter with you, anyway?
Hey, I know you're going to give me some heat about that budget that I submitted for the theater. Now, I know we're way over, but you got to admit, the box office never looked better, right?
I'm perfectly aware of that, Preacher. But relax. Now, I've asked you here to discuss quite another matter. Beth, he's all yours.
Preacher, our regular engineer is in the hospital, and I'm afraid he will not be able to work for at least 3 weeks, and so we were hoping that you might take his place temporarily.
Well, Doc, I'd like to help out, but you know I can't do that. I mean, you already know I'm doing the work of 3 people at the theater. Hey, now, I'm not bucking for no raise or nothing, right?
That's good.
So there's no way to work this out, right?
Well, on the contrary. I have found someone who can handle the day-to-day business affairs of the theater. And I know that your assistant has been stage managing the performances.
Well, Preacher, how about it?
All right, so this is the bottom line. Now, I have been getting a little antsy doing the same day-to-day routine at the theater. And you gotta admit, now, desk work is definitely not my thing.
Do you think he's trying to tell us something?
We can only hope.
And just the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine. And this friend of mine said that when it's time for a change, you'll know. So maybe the time has come.
I'd say so.
Me too.
Well, hell, this is nothing new to me. I've done everything from rooftops to basements. I've done carnivals, I've done TV, a disco, and now maybe even radio. Wait, what can I say with 2 big guns staring at me like this? All right, I surrender. You can count the kid in.
Oh,
right.
Thanks, Preacher.
Think Lucilla got home all right?
I think she did just fine. I put her in the taxi myself.
Maybe we should have gotten an ambulance for her.
She's gonna be all right. And the place is gonna be a mess for a while, but as soon as she does her work, we're gonna get rid of everything that was the Earls forever.
Not a moment too soon.
I'll be glad when we change the wallpaper in the kitchen, all those cute little animals. Yuck.
You know, honey, I've been wondering, what do you think of the last few months when we were private investigators? You know, I mean, in a general sort of way. What do you think?
It was horrible. What did you think? I mean, remember the time that we were stuck in that swamp all night and on a stakeout with Walter Gantz? And then we got thrown in jail when we were accused of trying to kill Peter Nevins?
The time you were almost blown to smithereens when Stan Hathaway put that bomb in the closet?
Oh, the best one was when I became Margot Hedgepeth and we opened the video dating service.
We did stop Louis Van Dyne, though.
Yeah? We caught Spencer Varney, too.
Mm-hmm. And the ghost of Ann Hayes.
Oh, you rat. I still have bruises all over my arms for when you tackled me.
You deserved it for not letting me in on your schemes.
Yeah. Well, being a detective had its moments. But now we're rich again.
That's right. Now we're rich again.
Calvin, I think it would be a lot easier if we just moved in here rather than trying to find a new place.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but I can't believe the prices of apartments these days.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and find some diamonds.
Well, baby, I think the Whitneys are probably the only kind of people who find diamonds. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to work for ours.
Anyway, what would we do if Gavin came back?
Well, I got his number in Hollywood. I guess I'll call him and ask him what his plans are. If he's on schedule, he should be almost ready to wrap up Malibu Beach Bunnies 2 by now.
You know, you haven't mentioned Chris all evening. Is there anything new in the search for her attacker?
No, nothing concrete. We did make a connection between Jeremy Rhodes and Chris. He took some pictures of her for a premier photo studio about 5 years ago in New York, but we still can't come up with a motive.
If only you could tell her that. It might jog her memory.
Yeah, I'm afraid can't tell her anything till she regains consciousness. I'm afraid Chris is just going to have to wake up.
It's Detective Egan. Muscle spasm?
No. Could be she was dreaming. Coma's lessening. She's approaching normal sleep. She may wake up any moment, tonight, tomorrow. But she will awaken.
I think I'm about ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I guess I am too.
Something's been on your mind all evening.
Well, yeah, I've just been thinking about closing down the office since we're not going to be needing it anymore.
Well, we have to give our detectives' licenses back to the state.
No, we're stuck with them.
Well, good. You know, I mean, we worked so hard to get those. You know what else I think?
What?
I think we shouldn't just let go of the office just yet.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, Chris Egan's in the hospital. She's our landlady, so there's no way we can get in touch with her and break the lease.
Skylar,
What?
were all those job offers that you had at the office really that boring?
Yeah, they were. Although, of course, an interesting case might come in tomorrow. Maybe another haunting.
Oh, great. I wouldn't want to miss that.
Of course, we don't need the money.
No, but if we wanted to, you know, we could kind of just pick the ones we liked.
You mean just the interesting cases?
Maybe we could.
Maybe.
Not because we'd have to or anything.
Well, no, because we want to.
Let's do it.
It's a deal.
Shake on it.
Oh, no, we silly guy got a better way to close the bargain.
If someone were choking on food, you'd probably either give them 4 good blows to the back or use the Heimlich maneuver. But what if you were choking and all alone? The American Medical Association recommends place the thumb side of your fist to your abdomen above your navel, grab your fist with the other hand, and thrust upward to your rib cage. That should bring it up. If not, bend over a secured chair with a high back and add pressure to the same area. Children as young as 8 to 10 years old can be taught to do this. Remember self-aid for choking and save a life. Your own.
Tonight, children have died in the dentist chair from a drug the FDA has approved. Sylvia Chase asks why.
I think it's a dangerous drug.
Plus, John Stossel with mail-order gizmos and gadgets that don't deliver. And America's obsession with our fun health food popcorn on 2020 tonight.
It's a celebration. The Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra's 25th anniversary season is going to be a year to remember in music. Join the celebration.
A woman here? Never.
A woman's world has really grown. Most places now she calls her own. Gentlemen, prefer getting there with half the fun. You see that woman stay her stone. Gentlemen, prefer Hayes will make you smooth and silky sexy. Victory holds no regret. You're now part of the clubby set. Gentlemen, prefer
Why do psychics predict a lightning flash hits Mr. T and Magna marries Flashdance star? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Will Dynasty's Joan Collins switch over to Dallas and John Denver get snowed under? This week's National Enquirer tells you. Plus, what new drug can help KO agonizing headaches? Have doctors discovered sex is the key to long life?
It's in the Enquirer.
What bombshells are revealed in upcoming Dallas episodes? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
There's more for you at the semi-annual intimate apparel sale at Sears. Uncover 30% savings on selected merchandise. A variety of bras in natural cut, contour, and underwire styles, all 30% off. Plus VIP nylon panties. Even slips, shapers, and all Klingon hosiery are a revealing 30% off. The semi-annual intimate apparel sale is going on right now at Sears.
There's more for your life at Sears.
Thursday, America's newest superhero becomes a crime boss.
To get in my way, he'd be eliminated.
And he gives the syndicate a run for its money.
Just don't forget your own limitations.
You've got to stop it, Otto.
I'll take everything I've got, Walter.
Automan.
Tonight on ABC. TV's more complicated. Local, network, cable, pay. To watch the best that's on, pick up the best. This week's TV Guide. TV Guide helps you decide.
We take the nut very seriously at the Fisher Nut Company. We take peanuts and pecans, Brazils and cashews,
And give them lots of loving care.
Season to be loving.
We take the nut very seriously
At the Fisher Nut Company.
Season's greetings from Fisher.
These buttermilk biscuits remind me of home. Why? Remember? Whenever we'd have Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mom made biscuits for us.
Mom never made me biscuits.
Chicken's real special.
Mom never made me biscuits.
And the biscuits are made from scratch,
Yeah.
just like Mom.
Yeah, but see, Mom never made me biscuits.
Too bad. Because it tasted just like these.
She never made me biscuits.
Kentucky Fried Chicken and biscuits made from scratch. What a match! They do chicken right.
I don't want you doing that.
I'm doing it.
Meryl Streep, Kurt Russell, and Cher
Look at your little body.
in Silkwood.
There was a contamination in our section. They're saying that you did it.
I just hate people talking about me that way.
What are you doing in there?
Silkwood,
They're trying to kill me.
rated R. Now playing at a selected theater near you.